Could have everybody's attention. We will try and keep this special meeting as brief as possible tonight. Mr. Faust, if you would call the roll, please.
Doan, Braley, Jones,
Here.
Zawerko,
Here.
Nightingale,
Present.
Hanley,
Here.
Bryant, and Nash. We do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Faust. We have only one item of new business, and that is a public hearing for permitted use with special approval for a medical clinic, case number 180015. If you would like to address the podium for any reason or comment, please give us your name and address. If anyone would like to address the podium, the floor is open.
Address of the location or my address? Location is 3023 Davenport. My name is Brenda Coughlin, and I'm the CEO of Great Lakes Bay Health Centers. We provide health care to people in our community. We attempt to make lives better. We have about 6,000 patients currently who live in the 48602 zip code, and we purchased the 3023 Davenport property with the hopes to open health services there so that we can make our services more accessible to the community that we currently have many people who come to our facilities for. It is currently zoned R01, which is business use, and in order to have a medical facility in that zoning, we are requesting special land use so we can open a medical facility at that location. We anticipate we will have about 34 people working in that building when we initially open it, if we're able to open it for this purpose. And I would welcome any questions you have.
I do have a question. The use, when you say medical facility, is it going to be similar to what's happening on James and the one on downtown? That's the James facility and...
Our intention is to open a medical office, so we would have primary care services, and then to all of our facilities now have behavioral health services incorporated, so we would also have behavioral health services at that facility. We may open a pharmacy there, depending on the need of our patients in that area.
You would also be providing medical care there as well, is that correct?
Correct, yes. We would open a primary care site with probably family physicians if we can recruit enough. At our DRG, our GOMEZ Center?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
similar
so,
to that,
yeah.
similar to that
Correct.
location. Jane Street is our largest site and has very many services in one location. We aren't anticipating we would possibly be able to bring that many services to the location on the west side. We would see what the needs of the
I've never been to the James location. I've been to the downtown location for a tour.
Yes, it would be similar to the medical facility there with added behavioral health services.
Any other questions?
Does that include dental care?
At this time, we're not in, I'm sorry.
At that location, would it include dental care?
At this time, we're not anticipating dental care in that facility. Once again, it depends a little bit on the demand, but I don't think there's enough room for us to add that with everything else.
Questions or comments?
I have a question about the site. Apparently, one of the requirements is that where the property is adjacent to R2, there has to be a solid fence. And there is a solid fence, although part of it doesn't look very solid to me. There's on the eastern end, I noticed part of the fence is being propped up with 2x4s.
Where's David? Can you answer that?
I'm not aware of that.
It's a wooden fence, and it looks like it's been there a while because it's quite weathered. But part of it looks like it's leaning and it's being propped up with about 3 or 4 2x4s.
How long has that property been vacant?
It was just vacated, do you know? It's not that long.
Oh, okay.
approximately a year.
When do you anticipate to be open?
We hope to be able to see our first patient in August. We have some remodeling that would need to happen for this purpose.
And you're pretty much ready to start immediately?
We are.
I'm just excited to see this empty building getting put to good use, potentially, because I know Yo-Yo was there for like 42 years. And I was a little upset to see them move out of the city, but they needed a space that would be maybe 4 times their size. So I'm excited to see the use of this, and of course, I had a chance to meet with Saginaw High students today with their health center over at that school. So these health centers really have an impact on our community, and it's really a cost savings in the long run to taxpayers. So
Definitely.
probably about what, $144, I think it is, per person that's on Medicaid. So.
Great. Any other questions?
No, I think we're fine. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other comments?
Hi, Tom Miller, Saginaw Future. I live at 116 South Hamilton. I don't want to take up a lot of time, but as the councilman stated, we worked with Yo and Yo on a couple of expansions at that site. And unfortunately, what happens in the city a lot of times is, folks develop a business over a number of years, and then they kind of get, they're in a location and they're just unable to expand any further. And Yo needed quite a bit more room. We tried to acquire parcels, which they did, and demolish homes. Couldn't make it happen, and frankly, they found such a good deal at the former Davenport University on Tittabawassee that they couldn't pass it up. We were, again, probably for the most part, you have a vacant building, but because of the income tax loss to the city, we meet with city manager every month to talk about these projects, and certainly that was something that we talked a lot about had tried to work with Yo and Yo. They were willing to work with us, but just couldn't find, enough space. But luckily, Great Lakes Bay Health, which has an excellent reputation in the community, and I don't think enough people know exactly what they do and the breadth of their services. I was kind of under the impression erroneously that they just provide sort of indigent care to folks, but they provide primary care to a broad range of folks, people with health care, people without health care, and have grown beyond not only the city limits of the county limits, but they service now many counties throughout the region, and certainly they saw a need in this neighborhood on the west side to service large segment of the population. It's going to be a good use. They'll add some income tax to the city, and I think it'll be an excellent addition to the neighborhood. So, thanks.
Do we have any other comments? Comments, questions from the commission? At this time, I would ask for a motion to approve the clinic in the R01 district, which is permitted use with special approval at 3023 Davenport. Do we have a motion?
I'll submit a motion. I want to submit a motion to approve case 18-005, a request to allow a medical clinic at 3023 Davenport, and with a completion date of, we always do 6 months, so it's going to be 11, November of this year. So that'll give them a little leeway if anything should happen where they need a little bit more time.
Do we have support?
Support.
Motion approved for case 180015 for,
Got a vote.
oh, pardon me. I was taking that upon myself as a dictatorship. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Approval of case 180015, which is permitted use with special approval at 3023 Davenport. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Sorry you had to wait.
Is this a special, do we have to adjourn now? Can we vote, can we say it's?
Motion to adjourn?
I just have one comment. Next week is our regularly scheduled meeting on the 22nd. Right now, I have 2 cases that may be ready, may not be ready, but I'm trying to figure out if we have a quorum for that meeting. That would be a week from today. And if we decide to have the meeting, your packets will be delivered to your door.
Yeah, as I mentioned, as of this time, I'm available.
I can be there.
I'm always here, so.
Should be.
That's all I get.
Okay,
We're done.
Do we still
motion
have-
to adjourn.
Support.